Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I will talk about IELTS Academic and I will take 6 different types of listening tests which you can follow along. So pause the video right now and grab a pen and paper. But before that, let me introduce you to IELTS. There is a lot of content floating around the internet about what is IELTS and what is not and how to give it and how to score high, and it's all excellent. But the thing is, sometimes they fail to provide crucial information on which you can actually act. So in this video, I will try to bridge that gap and provide you with information and tests on which you can actually act. So there are basically 2 types of IELTS, IELTS Academic and General. If you are planning to take admission in foreign university, then you are supposed to give IELTS Academic. But if you are planning to migrate to English speaking country, then you are supposed to give IELTS General. For this episode, I'm only going to focus on IELTS Academic to avoid any confusion. So let's start with the test format itself. The IELTS is divided into 4 different sections, that is listening, reading, writing and speaking. The listening, reading, writing tests are completed on the same day and speaking is usually scheduled a week before or after. Now let's talk about listening first. You will listen to 4 different recordings of native English speaker, and as you hear, you have to simultaneously answer questions related to what you are listening to. So you will be listening and writing down answers at the same time. It will take around 30 minutes to answer the questions, and then you will get additional 10 minutes to transfer those answers to an actual answer sheet given to you. Each recording will contain 10 questions and each question will have 1 mark. And as I said earlier, you are going to listen to 4 separate recordings, so the test will be of 40 marks. Now let's talk about what kind of recordings you are going to listen to. The first recording will be a conversation between 2 people set in everyday social context. The second recording will be a monologue, also set in everyday social context, but it will be just one person speaking. It is likely to be a speech. Third recording will be again a conversation between 2 or more people, but it will be set in educational or training context. You are likely to hear professor discussing subjects with students or something like that. And the fourth recording will be again a monologue set in academic or training context, which could be a university lecture. So the first 2 recording will be conversation and monologue set in everyday social context, and the third and fourth recording will be again a conversation and monologue but set in academic context. I hope now you know how the listening test is actually structured. Let's move on to the types of questions that can be asked. There are total 6 types of questions that can be asked. So I will be giving 6 tests which I recommend you to follow along. So type 1 is multiple choice. In multiple choice task, they might ask you a question followed by 3 possible answers, or the beginning of the sentence followed by 3 possible ways to complete the sentence. Remember, you are not required to write down the whole answer. You are just required to write down either A or B or C. Sometimes you are given long list of possible answers and told that you have to choose more than one correct answer. So the point is, you have to read the questions and instructions very carefully before answering the question. I want to give you a few tips before I actually play the recording and answer the question. Before the recording plays, skim through the questions first. For example, if you are going to hear the recording of 1 to 5 questions, then quickly go through the 1 to 5 questions. Don't try to read everything and overwhelm yourself, because there will be pauses after each recording. Now, why am I telling you this? Because if you have read the questions in advance, you can spot the keywords quickly and answer accordingly when you are listening. Okay, let's hear the test recording and answer the question. You can follow along or you can just observe me doing it, but you will be shown question paper on your screen and you can pause for 10 seconds to quickly go through the questions, and then you will listen to the audio recording. I will be taking test with you, so let's get into it.
IELTS Liz listening exercise. The volunteer programme is aimed at helping to conserve and protect the population of olive ridley turtles in Costa Rica, although other species of turtles are also involved. The programme is run at Ostional Beach, which has been an active conservation area for the last 40 years. Volunteers can sign up for any length of time, from 2 to 12 weeks. All volunteers will be housed with local families near the beach. Do not expect luxury. This is basic at best. Have your dictionary ready, because English is not usual in local families. It is possible to sign up as a group, or just as an individual, without prior experience, but we do have an age requirement of over 18. A health check and police check will also be required. The main involvement in this programme is with recording data, helping with tagging, removing debris from the beach to ensure clear passage for adult and baby turtles, and also to assist in egg relocation. This is a unique experience for anyone interested in turtles and conservation.
If you have followed along, then let me know your answers in the comment below. Now let's move on to the second type, which is matching type. Matching questions are pretty common in IELTS listening exam, so you can expect to get at least one in your test. You can usually expect them in either recording 1 or 3, which is usually a conversation between 2 or more people. You are required to match a list of items from your listening text to a set of options on your question paper. Again, read the instructions and question thoroughly before answering the question, because you should have an idea about the questions you are answering when you are listening to the conversation or monologue. Now let's move on to the example test.
You needed to examine the main weaknesses of each company with regard to their marketing strategy. What did you find out about each company?
Let's start with Stax Stationery. They were very experienced in marketing, as they have been in the stationery market for such a long time. Their profits have generally tended to increase continuously for many years. However, they had issues with their staff because they felt that too much money was being spent on marketing, but their wages did not increase for such a long time.
Princeton Windows were quite successful initially, as their marketing led to an increase in sales of 50%. However, this decreased again after a few months, so it just led to profits for a short time. They need to think about how they can sustain any increase in profits for longer periods.
MK Cars focused on the wrong thing, because they didn't really understand who their target market was. Most of their buyers of cars are young people, but they advertised in newspapers that older people usually read. It would have been better to go for magazines popular with the younger generation. You must learn everything you can about who you are selling to.
Lakeside Golf was probably the most successful of the 6 companies. They managed to generate a long-term increase in membership over a 3-year period. The only real issue they had was that they weren't ready for the increase in numbers of people coming to play golf. So some people started to complain about the service there.
Bryson's Meat seemed to be a bit of a disaster really all round. They actually saw a drop in their numbers of buyers. Though it seems fairly sure that this was related to other problems outside of the company, rather than their marketing. There was a scare about meat during the period we are studying, and that meant that people bought less. So it may not actually be the company's fault.
Mojo's Music Shop, which sells CDs and DVDs, did pretty well. Their sales have been continuously increasing, and this is very good as they are in a very difficult market. A lot of people aren't buying music from shops anymore as they download it instead. So to keep going in that situation shows that they had a very successful marketing campaign. They will have to work hard on this though, due to the number of websites online providing the same service.
Now let's move on to the third task type. This is going to be about diagram labeling. In this task type, you are required to complete labels on a plan, map, or a diagram. You might be given a list of possible answers, or you will have to select answers from recording itself. This type of question type is usually appear in the second recording, which is a monologue about non-academic topic. Now let's move on to the example test to know more about this.
Listening with IELTS Liz. Questions 1 to 7. The US Space Agency NASA has landed a new robot on Mars, otherwise known as the Red Planet, after a dramatic 7-minute plunge to the surface. The InSight probe aims to study the world's deep interior and make it the only planet, apart from Earth, that has been examined in this way. InSight is now sitting on a vast, flat plain, close to the Red Planet's equator. This will be the first probe to dedicate its investigations to understanding Mars's interior. Scientists want to know how the world is constructed, from its core to its crust. Looking at the functions of the InSight probe shown on the diagram, we can see that at the top there is a robotic arm, which places instruments such as the seismometer on the planet's surface. Attached to the arm is an instrument monitoring camera. On the main body of the probe, there are sensors for both temperature and wind, as well as a rise antenna. This measures the movement of Mars's North Pole as it orbits the Sun, giving pointers about the iron-rich centre of the planet, and hopefully more information about the composition and size of the planet's core. On either side of the main body of the probe are 2 large circular solar panels, which were deployed immediately on landing to operate its systems and warm equipment in the sub-zero temperatures on the planet. To delve deep into the ground and measure the planet's temperature, there is a heat flow probe that will penetrate to a depth of 5 meters or 16 feet.
So, how was that? Was it hard or was it easy? You can let me know your answers in the comment, as always. Okay, let's move on to the 4th task type. It will be about form node table or flowchart completion. You are required to fill in gaps in an outline of a part or in all the listening text. Let me explain you a little more. The outline could be a form, a set of notes, a table, or a flowchart. Let's take the example test to find out what a flowchart completion task is about.
You will hear a telephone conversation between a customer and an agent at a company which ships large boxes overseas.
Good morning, Packham's shipping agents. Can I help you?
Oh yes, I'm ringing to make inquiries about sending a large box, a container back home to Kenya from the UK.
Yes, of course. Would you like me to try and find some quotations for you?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I need a few details from you.
Fine.
Can I take your name?
It's Jacob Mkere.
Can you spell your surname, please?
Yes, it's Mkere.
Is that M for mother?
Yes.
Thank you. And you say that you will be sending the box to Kenya?
That's right.
And where would you like the box picked up from?
From college, if possible.
Yes, of course. I'll take down the address now.
It's Westall College.
Is that Westall?
Yes, college.
Westall College. And where's that?
It's Downlands Road in Bristol.
Oh, yes, I know it. And the postcode?
It's BS8 9PU.
Right. And I need to know the size.
Yes, I've measured it carefully and it's 1.5 meters long,
Right.
0.75 meters wide,
Okay.
and it's 0.5 meters high or deep.
Great. So I'll calculate the volume in a moment and get some quotes for that. But first, can you tell me, very generally, what will be in the box?
Yes, there's mostly clothes
Okay.
and there's some books.
Okay, good. Anything else?
Yes, there's also some toys.
Okay, and what is the total value, do you think, of the contents?
Well, the main costs are the clothes and the books. They'll be about £1,500. But then the toys are about another 200. So I'd put down £1,700. Pounds.
So, was it tough? How was it? Let me know in the comment. Now, let's move on to the fifth task type, which is sentence completion. In this task type, you are required to read a set of sentences summarizing key information from the listening text. You then need to fill a gap in each sentence using information from the listening text. A word limit is usually given, for example, no more than 1 word or 2 words or a number. And you should not breach the word limit. Let's take the example test to find out more about sentence completion task.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was, did you find it hard studying with the Open University?
You mean because you're studying on your own most of the time? Well, it took me a while to get used to it. I found I needed to maintain a high level of motivation because it's so different from school. There's no one saying, "Why haven't you written your assignment yet?" and that sort of thing.
Oh dear.
You'll learn it, Paul. Another thing was that I got very good at time management because I had to fit time for studying round a full-time job.
Well, I'm hoping to change to working part-time, so that'll help.
What makes it easier is that the degree is made up of modules, so you can take time off between them if you need to. It isn't like a traditional 3 or 4 year course where you've got to do the whole thing of it in one go.
Oh, that's good, because I'd like to spend 6 months traveling next year.
It's all right for some. Then, even though you're mostly studying at home, remember you've got tutors to help you. And from time to time, there are summer schools. They usually last a week. They're great because you meet all the other people struggling with the same things as you. I've made some really good friends that way.
Sounds good. So how do I...
So, how was that? As usual, let me know in the comments. Now, let's move on to the sixth and last question type, that is short answer question. It's like a sentence completion, but a bit different. Let me tell you how. In this question type, you are required to read a question and then write a short answer using information from the listening text. A word limit is usually given in this one too. For example, no more than 2 or 3 words or a number. Remember, you are penalized for writing more than the stated number of words, so do not breach the word limit given to you. Let's take the sample test of last and sixth question type.
You will hear an extract from a talk given to a group who are going to stay in the UK.
Good evening and welcome to the British Council. My name is John Parker and I've been asked to talk to you briefly about certain aspects of life in the UK before you actually go there. So I'm going to talk first about the best ways of making social contacts there. Now, you might be wondering why it should be necessary. After all, we meet people all the time. But when you're living in a foreign country, it can be more difficult, not just because of the language, but because customs may be different. If you're going to work in the UK, you will probably be living in private accommodation, so it won't be quite so easy to meet people. But there are still things that you can do to help yourself. First of all, you can get involved in activities in your local community. Join a group of some kind. For example, you'll probably find that there are theatre groups who might be looking for actors, set designers and so on. Or if you play an instrument, you could join music groups in your area. Or if you like the idea of finding out about local history, there'll be a group for that too. These are just examples. And the best place to get information about things like this are either the town hall or the public library. Libraries in the UK perform quite a broad range of functions nowadays. They're not just confined to lending books, although that's their main role, of course. Pause.
So I hope you got it all right and you have understood what are the 6 different question types and how to approach them in the IELTS examination. Now this is the end of the video and I want to talk a little bit about how you are assessed in your listening test. 1 mark is awarded for each right question and there is no negative marking for writing a wrong answer. Scores out of 40 are then converted into 9-band scale. When you are writing the answer, you should really take care about the grammar and spelling errors because these are penalized in the listening test or in the IELTS test in general. So this is it for today. In the next video, I am going to talk about the reading section of IELTS examination. So stay tuned for that and bye-bye.